Loose and we see what happens. If they don't go to the livestock on their own, there's nothing we can do to train them. We can't say, here, if you want a cookie, go, she'll kind of float around a little bit, she'll move around, but she usually stays out of the way. But in her mind, she's working. See, she's staring at her sheep and she thinks she's working. Doesn't this beat making her do this or letting her do this rather than making her stay behind at the home? These dogs don't want to quit, they want to just keep working. That's called instinct, it never goes away. So, remember that thing I was talking about? We call it a bubble or a flight zone. It's a predetermined spot that we would all have in our mind if something was coming towards us. If something was, dangerous was coming towards us, we would all film it, but as soon as it got closer to us, we would all start to back away. So we know that the livestock are going to move away from our dogs. So because of that, we feel that the first thing we should teach them is about that comfort zone or that bubble. All right? So last thing now, the dogs are running around to get the sheep. They're running about 25 miles an hour. When they turn in to bring us the sheep, we have to teach them to slow down and walk the sheep to us. So what we're going to do is show you how we train the dogs to do that. But first I'm going to start off by using my dog Tweed to bring the sheep around the fences. As they come around, go ahead and pet them, okay? While we're on the subject of the sheep, these sheep are the cotton hair sheep. They will shear out themselves on their own, and then they'll grow their hair back in the wintertime. Our sheep, by the way, never go to market. At our ranch, you notice they have collars on them. Well, you notice there are blue collars, yellow collars, and green collars. That means any one of those color collars are allowed to work. The red collars mean nobody works them. That's because they retired. We use our sheep for about 5 or 6 years to train on, and then for about the last 3 to 4 to 5 years, however long they're alive, we let them live on the ranch and just relax and enjoy their retirement. I grew up in New York City with a poodle, okay? I didn't grow up on a ranch, so livestock to me are not just property. They're not things to sell off and for dog food when they get old. So we keep our sheep right up to the end. So we kind of like folks to know that these guys are not just things to us. We treat them as well as we can. We don't want these dogs to come in and bite them and chase them. We want them to take them for a stroll nicely. So with that, I'm going to show you how we move the sheep around with whistles, and then we'll bring out our first dog. So as the sheep come by the fence, go ahead and touch them if you want. They're pretty friendly.
Yeah, he's just looking at me. I'm like, what? My job is to get her to the outside.
this was an instinct test, I would say, oh yeah, she passed with flying colors. You notice how she'll go to the sheep. I'm going to turn her over. This is our old dog Jack roaming around. Remember I said before, our 15-year-old? There's a 13-year-old running around there. They usually stay out of the way, but right now they think they're working. You gotta catch your eyes, you can't hear me. Alright, so remember that bubble thing we were talking about before?
Yeah, Winston would stop after like a minute and just sit down and start like painting.
Oh. Oh no.
A Tweed, of course, is my advanced dog. He's my backup dog. We always use him when we have a new dog, because if it really goes, you know what, he'll save the day. He'll run out and bring the sheep back. So what Chandra's doing right now, by the way, this is my better half, Chandra. She's the lead condor keeper at the LA2. She works with the endangered California condors, where she's been for about 42 years, taking care of those things. But anyway, so right now she's making this dog stay on the outside. So, step one, instinct test. See if the dog wants to do it. Remember that little sore foot it had? Doesn't bother her now. Now this is what we call a loose-eyed breed. You'll notice every now and then she doesn't look at the sheep, she looks away. You notice the border collies don't ever do that? That's because the border collies were bred about 400 years ago with bird dogs to give them that stare. Because they realized that the way a predator stares at a prey animal can affect the movement. It also does herding. Which is unusual because most conformation people don't want their dogs to get dirty. They don't want them to do what they were bred for. They just want them to look pretty and walk around Westminster. So this dog does both. He just won a 2 agents last weekend at a conservation show. Okay, but he's also a serious working dog. That's what we like about him. All right, so what we're going to do now, step two, we did the test. The dog passed the test. We know that we're going to enroll the dog in the class. So the first thing we want to teach the dog is remember that bubble, that concept, that comfort zone I talked about before. Because if this dog runs right at the sheep are going to run away. You notice as far as the dog stays outside, the sheep stay together. Now they're not trained to go to the handler, but they've figured out after a while that, hey, that guy out there with the stick, he's going to keep that dog away from us, so go out and run to him. They figure it out, they're not stupid. So what he's doing now, this is step two, is you start teaching them about the bubble, make sure that they stay out, they do all their movements on the outside of the sheep. This is where you start introducing obedience 101. You start asking for lie downs. You start asking for direction changes. You don't let them just go around one way. You start changing them, and you go back the other way. And you'll notice the way we change direction. We put the pressure in front of the dog like this, and if we want him to go that way, we put the pressure behind him to get him going. If any of you have horses out there, you'll know the same thing as lunging a horse. You put the lunge whip behind the horse, you have your lunge line out in front, and as long as you stay behind that lunge line and off of his shoulder, that horse will keep going in the same direction because he's moving off of the pressure coming behind him like so. When you want to change the horse's direction, just like the dog, pull in the lunge line in front of his shoulder, switch hands with the whip, our horse turns right around and goes the other way. It's the same thing with the dogs. Isn't he a pretty guy? Look at him. Look at all that coat. Can you imagine what he has to do every night after he works his dog in the open field? By the way, we always suggest if you have a coated dog, show sheen that you use on the horses. It's a great product to use on the dogs. It's a silicone spray that kind of makes the weeds and stuff not stick to them as bad. Because after Tony works his dog out in the field, he's got to spend about an hour and a half grooming and getting everything out of him. So in the real world, we prefer more of the smooth-coated dogs.
That's what he is.
So you see what he's doing now? This is all beginning stuff. He's trying to teach the dog to walk up and lie down, turn with me, and so on. All right, nice job, Tony. Good job, Ash. By the way, Ash is a blue Merle Border Collie, a color that about 15 years ago.
Tweed, down here. Tweed, here. Lie down. Stay there. Got it.
That's a new puppy, Sky.
Now this is my young dog. She's a year and a half old. She's out of the number 1 and 2 ranked dogs in the country. She's going to be one really serious working competition.
Well, I got to get back in the corner. Lie down there. Lie down, sweet. Stay there. Lie down.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to get in the middle. Remember before I said until the dogs are trained, we can't let them get ahead of us to the sheep. So let's assume I don't know how she's going to do this. If I send her to go get them, she already knows how, but remember this is a demo. Pretend she doesn't. If I send her and she runs right up that way, there's nothing I can do about that. She's going to send those sheep, split them, and if we're not in an open field, they're going to run. And by the way, sheep can run almost as fast as these dogs, about 20 to 22 miles an hour. So what we're going to do is move in between the sheep. All right. Now, if she wants to run right at them, I can push her to the side. So I'm going to send her that way and see what she does. Now, if she does it correctly, we have to give them a reward. We don't go over and give them a food treat. Right now, she wouldn't take any food. What her reward is being able to come in what we call contact with the sheep. Meaning, while they're running outside of them, the dog is going like this. I'll never get them, I'll never get them, I'll never get them. But as soon as you tell them to stop, turn in, and now bring the sheep to you, they start thinking, oh, I'm going to get them. Because now they're actually able to walk up to them. And remember, at the beginning, we teach them, no, don't do that.